remember how we talked about Tartarus, a prison for the worst of the worst beneath the underworld? Let's talk about who lived there. This is the man called Sisyphus, and he is the king of Ephyra, which would eventually become Corinth. And for some reason, Sisyphus just hated his own brother, Samoneus. So what does Sisyphus do? He decides to go to the oracle at Delphi to get advice on how to kill his own brother. Sisyphus then seduces his brother's daughter, Tyro, his niece, as part of his plot to kill his brother. Mind you, Tyro figured out that she was part of the plot to kill her father. And at this point, she already had kids with Sisyphus. I don't know why this keeps coming up, but she decided to kill those kids so that they could not be part of the plot for Sisyphus to try and kill his brother Samoneus. Sisyphus was also quite good at cheating death. One day, Zeus took his fancy to a water nymph called Aegina, and he transformed into an eagle in order to abduct her. Aegina's father, Sisyphus, was really worried about this. As Zeus was flying over Corinth with Aegina in his talons, Sisyphus saw this, and he went straight to Sisyphus and said, "I know where your daughter is. Zeus just carried her off in the form of an eagle." As punishment, now Zeus just threw a thunderbolt into the ocean so Sisyphus couldn't come and get his daughter. But he was really mad at Sisyphus for giving away his plan and getting in the way of his adultery. So Zeus ordered that Sisyphus be imprisoned in Tartarus. And while he was getting chained up down there, either Hades or Thanatos was chaining him up, and then Sisyphus very cleverly said, "Can you show me how you do those chains?" And while they were explaining how the chains worked, he managed to escape and then chain either Thanatos or Hades in Tartarus. This meant that nobody on planet Earth could die. So people kept living and living and living until Ares was like, "I'm so annoyed. I've been trying to have all of these battles, but nobody's dying. This is really annoying me." So Ares went and freed either Thanatos or Hades. So that's cheating death number one. The second one was, he said to his wife as he was getting older, "When I die, I think you should put me in the middle of the public square." He didn't really mean that. It was a test to see if his wife would be like, "I would never do that to you." But of course, he did die, and his wife did do that. So when he went to the underworld, he decided to convince Persephone to let him go up and scold his wife. But once he was up there, he didn't come back down to the underworld. Cheating death number two. Hermes had to drag him back down to the underworld and then down further to Tartarus. And so his eternal punishment for thwarting Zeus's plan and for cheating death twice, he was destined to roll a huge rock up a hill, only for it to fall down again for eternity.